Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Learn Data Analytics with Blessing. And in today's video, we're going to be looking at analyzing a health data set using SQL. So, working on a mini SQL analysis project. So, go with me. First thing, let's look at the project background story, what we want to work on. So welcome to HealthyLife Clinic, a community health care center dedicated to providing quality medical care to people across different regions. So every day, HealthyLife Clinic sees patients with various health conditions, records their visits, diagnosis, and treatment. So to improve their patient care and better understand the health trend in the community, the clinic collects detailed records about each patient, their age, the gender, diagnosis, medications, blood pressure, cholesterol levels, and more. So in this mini project, what we'll be doing, we'll be working on a sample data set that simulates this patient record from this HealthyLife Clinic. We're using SQL to explore the data and analyze the data to find important insights. And we're working with some common conditions that are already there in the data set, how these health indicators differ by regions, and which medications are prescribed the most. So what this project will do is to give you a practical introduction to healthcare data analysis, helping you build SQL skills while understanding how data helps to improve medical services. So let's look at the project objective. So at the end of the tutorial video, you must be able to create and organize a patient health record database for a clinic, import and manage realistic patient data, use SQL queries to explore the patient demographics and health information. You'd answer key questions about diagnosis, the treatment, and health measurements. Then you gain hands-on experience with SQL commands useful in the healthcare data analysis. So here are some questions that we've been told to answer. And one thing when it comes to data analysis, the first thing is you understanding the objective, understanding the problem, what exactly you want to, so you won't end up solving your own problem. So we have some questions here like, what is the average age of patient visiting the clinic? How many patients have been diagnosed with hypertension? Which region has the highest number of patients? What is the average cholesterol level for patients with diabetes? Which medications are prescribed most often? How many patients visited the clinic in each month of the year? What is the distribution of patients by their gender? So and now we have the data dictionary. We have the patient, either the first name, last name, and of course you've seen the description for each of them and their data type. So I think the next thing we'd like to do is to inspect the data we are going to work in, because we're going to be bringing in a CSV file into a SQL server. We'll create a database there. We'll add this in and we'll start our analysis. Let's check the data set out. It's here. Okay, so here is my data set. We're working with this data set here. You can see we have columns containing patient ID, first name, last name, age, gender, visit date, diagnosis, medications, blood pressure, cholesterol level, and the region. So without wasting much of our time, let's just go straight to our SQL server. So that's it. So here is my SQL server. I already opened my SSMS, Microsoft SQL Server S. Alright, so I have this here now. What I'm going to do now, the first thing I already showed you how to do it in my previous video. Once you open it, you sign in here, and once you've done that, we want to bring this data in the CSV file. We want to import this CSV file here into our SSMS. But the first thing we like to do is we like to create a database. So I'm going to come here, select this database. You can either use the command create database, then you type in your database name. But let's just do it manually. I'll come here, right click, and I'll say new database because I want to create a new database. So I'm going to hit new database. So once I do that, this pops up. Then I'll come here and I'm going to input the name of my database. I'm going to give it HealthyLife Clinic. That's the database name, HealthyLife Clinic, and I'm okay with this with no space. So anyhow you want, if you want to put hyphen under it, no problem, or underscore, no problem. Then I'm going to hit it okay. So that would create a database. So let's refresh. With this selected, I'll hit refresh and let's click our plus sign to see. Then you can see it here. We have the health clinic data database. But currently we don't have anything in this database. We don't have any table or anything at all. Nothing here. We don't have anything yet. So we have to bring in this data set. So how do I bring this data set into this database? With this database selected, right click, then come straight to your task. In task, what I want to do is to import a flat file. Note the type of file you can bring in. Flat file you can bring in is a CSV file. So I'll come here and hit import flat file. Import flat file. Then I'll hit next when this pops up. Next. Okay, you want to bring in a file. Where is this file located? Let's browse it out. So I'll hit browse. It's on my downloads, and here's the file. So I'll hit select it and open the file. The next thing I would like to do is I don't want to leave this default name. I would like to change it to something simpler. Let's give it patient instead. Patient. Yeah. We can see that the details in that Excel file showing, more of patient. So now hit next. The next thing is to preview the data to see, okay, does this look like what you want to bring in into this HealthyLife Clinic database? Yes, exactly what I want to bring in. Then I'm going to hit next, and here my patient ID is the unique identifier for all the records in that table. I'm going to select primary key. This is my primary key. Be sure check the data type to see if it's the correct one. You know what nurse, when you say allow nurse, it means you're allowing space. You allow space. You allow that when data is being imputed and you don't have a particular data imputed in a particular column, it allows it. So but I don't want to check this box to allow. No, I want it to always accept values into all the cells anytime I try to insert values there. So I'm okay with the first name, the last name, the age, the gender. I'm looking at the data type. Actually, the visit date is date, diagnosis, end virtual. So I'm good. Now hit next. So it's going to give you a summary of the database name. This is the table name, and this is where the file to be imported from. This is where it's the file parts of the data set. So I'm going to hit finish, and you can see success. So that's all. Let's close this. So if we come here now and refresh this, you would see that, let's go straight to our tables. As you can see, we have dbo.patient. Alright, so let's check this. Let's check our data. Come here and hit new query. So when you hit new query, you have a workspace with it. You have the space open for you to start typing in your queries. First thing first, let's see let's look at our table. Let's inspect our table. So I'd come here and say select all from patient. Select all from patient. Alright, so let's run this. Either you press your F5 button or you just hit execute here. So I'm pressing the F5. As you can see, I have a list of all the records on this table, and we have over 100 rows of data. Okay, so now let's go back to our questions. So here's our question. I would like to copy all these questions and paste them on my SSMS. So I'll copy this. Let's copy. Ctrl C to copy and go back here, then I'll paste. Alright, I want to comment something here to view all data in the table, patient table. Alright, so the first question, let's comment this out as well. Comment this out. For the first question, let me just give us Q1. So for question number 1, the question is, what is the average age of patients visiting the HealthyLife Clinic? Of course, so if you're going to find the average age, you're going to be using the function, the aggregate function average to do this. So I'd come here and say select to answer this. select. What am I selecting? I want to find the average age of patient. So I'll do AVG. Don't forget those aggregate function: count, average, sum, max, min. Don't forget. Open my parenthesis and type in age. Close parenthesis. Now I have to alias this so that it won't show me a column or return a column without any name. So I'd say as. So I want you to calculate the age, average age of our patient. So as, let me give average age. And where is this coming from? This is coming from the patient table. Patient. It's coming from this table. So I'm saying select average age as this from this patient table. So let's run this and see. F5. As you can see, the average age is 41. So I'm just going to type this. I'll type it out. The average age of all the patients is 41. Now, question 2. Q2. Question 2 states, how many patients have been diagnosed with hypertension? So we want to count the number of patients diagnosed with hypertension, and we are filtering out those with hypertension alone. How many? We are counting the number of it. So I'll come here and say select. So here we're going to use the function count. Select. So I'll do count. Let's count all. Count as, let's do patient count. Patient count underscore hypertension. So it's let us know that we are dealing with guys in the hypertension group. Good. From where? From the patient table. Now don't forget, we have to filter out those diagnosed with hypertension. So I'll come here. Now let's go back. Let's check all our record. F5. This column is where you see hypertension is the diagnosis column. So I'll come here. So I'm filtering out records of those in the diagnosis column that are hypertensive. So we'll come here and say where diagnosis is equal to hypertension. And don't forget I said if you are typing in a text, you have to wrap it around quotation marks, and if you are typing in number, just type it in straight. So I'm wrapping it around quotation mark. Hypertension. And I have this. Make sure you are typing it exactly the way it is. By putting a space, as why typing, you made a mistake of putting a space, a leading space before you type hypertension like this, and you run it F5, you won't get any results because in your table the hypertension is not having a leading space. So once I remove this leading space now and I run this F5, you can see we have a result. So be careful when typing in your values. 27. So number of guys having hypertension is 27. So let's put 27 patients were diagnosed with hypertension. That's that.